Howdy fellow cats, and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about Area-02's newsletter and update, and by the beginning of this recording I actually don't know if we're doing any gameplay. It kind of comes down to how long the newsletter and the update takes to go through, especially because I'm going to be going into the game to show you guys what it's all about inside the game as well. So we may not get some gameplay today other than what's happening in the update, so I'm just letting you guys know that now. But anyways, let's get straight into it, and we're going to be talking about the Area-02 newsletter here, issue 08, which was uploaded on April 30th, 2021. It's volume 2, brought to you by the media team, and this is the official newsletter for Area-02. One thing to keep in mind as well is, look at that amazing art in the background for SCP-131. It's just so cute. I love it. I love what they did there. Before we go on to the next page as well, I was asked by the media team to recommend that you guys check out the newsletter for yourself and to play the game for yourself and to join and check out the Discord as well, which I will leave all of those things in the description of this video. So make sure that you guys go check that out as well. For the table of contents, we have the 05 update, learn about the new 05 update, GPA rule changes, see what rules in the GPA guidelines have changed, new models, find out more about the new NPCs standing around the facility, a photo album, and a conclusion. Important announcements, we have a new assistant manager. One of the newest changes of high ranks has been the promotion of Hauntify's former SV for development engagement team. In this past week, she has been promoted to assistant manager. Now we have the 05 update. Recently, two combative teams, the 05 Council and the Site Command, have received an update during the 05 update. This update introduced new tools and features to these previously weaker teams. The 05 Council has received the biggest update out of both teams, and with it, a new feature, the ability to lead a department. Upon joining the 05 team, you are required to choose a second team. Each team gives you a different 05 morph. Alongside a morph, each team allots an 05 a designation, from 05-1 to 05-11, in their name tag. Furthermore, the color of the text within the overhead depends on the secondary team chosen. For example, choosing the facility executive team as an 05 will give you the designation of 05-1 and a blue name tag instead of the standard orange one. The 05 Council team is also given a new gun, the .357, a revolver with a fire rate similar to the G41, and damage high enough to defeat any human opponent with only 2 shots, which can be fired within a fraction of a second. Moreover, the Site Command has recently been renamed to Facility Executive and is the only team to have received a rename and recolor from red to blue. Facility executives are given an SMG originally from the Intelligence Agency and Internal Security Department lower ranks, the CZ-3A1, and a new gun, the AMT Hardballer. Similarly to the .357 revolver the 05 Council gets, the AMT Hardballer is a fast-firing pistol with a fire rate similar if not identical to the Makarov and high damage, though it is not as high as the .357. Additionally, the Facility Executive team has now been given 8 ranks. Facility Executives are no longer granted a railgun. To obtain the railgun, you must obtain the 5th rank, which will give you a newly remodeled railgun. The railgun is now much more futuristic looking, but much smaller than the previous model. I also forgot to mention, by the way, real quick, I'm taking a pause here to let you guys know that I am also leaving the timestamps in the description of this video as well. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, but yeah, I'm going to leave timestamps down there for you guys to go through the video faster and get to the parts that you want to see yourself. Furthermore, both teams have been granted a unique tool with many essential features, the tablet. The tablet allows any 05 and facility executive to activate alarms and make announcements at the push of a button. Upon equipping the tablet, the player is given 2 buttons, an alarm button and an announcement button. By clicking the alarm button, the player is then shown a list of all 3 alarms that can be turned on and off just by clicking them. When you click the announcements button, the player is shown a list of breach announcements and has the ability to make their own announcement at the very bottom of the list. The ability to make one's own announcement is a revolutionary idea presented by the Area-02 development team and will greatly enhance roleplay as well as the popularity of the 05 Council and Facility Executive teams, which are now seeing a sudden increase in usage. If you guys want my honest opinion about Site Command, which is now obviously Facility Executive, and 05, just what they were in the past, I wouldn't say that they were weaker necessarily. I just feel like they had less things for you to do on them, and that's why they weren't as popular as they could have been. But with these new updates, I feel like they are the most worth it it's ever been, and I find both teams extremely fun to play as now. But that's just my 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. GPA rules, updates, and changes. As of April 20th, 2021, GPA has had a change of rules. Previously, GPA were not allowed to teleport or guard themselves as a combative team since it would be considered admin abuse. Now, GPA may teleport as combative only to the sit room to conduct sit, then respawn themselves after. Moreover, to maintain the rules of Area-02, GPAs must comply with the addition of one new rule. You must respawn yourself instead of hiding your tag using S-Hide. This rule does not apply to non-combative teams like the scientific department. GPA additionally have the ability to use their commands more freely and can have an improved experience. If GPA prove to follow the new rule effectively, they might even be granted additional privileges in the future. Furthermore, the rules have shifted due to the addition of a script that makes GPA unable to shoot guns while they are guarded. However, abuse is still possible. and if any admin abuse is found, it should be directly reported to the staff team using the support center. Interviews. Guardians 378, rank media team supervisor. This week we decide to ask our high ranks of the staff team some fun questions. Enjoy. Please introduce yourself and explain your role in the community. Hey everyone, I am Guardians 378, but I also go by Guard. I am the current supervisor of the media team. As the head of MT, I edit and overview the production of each newsletter, maintain and run the content creator program, and design the posts for Area-02's social media accounts. What is your favorite team in 02 and why? My overall favorite teams in 02 are any SCP teams, preferably either SCP-457 or SCP-096, because I enjoy the unique abilities each SCP in-game has to offer. Unfortunately, I do not have any of the other game passes, but out of the combative teams, I would choose RRT because of the uniform. Why did you join the Area-02 Discord? Originally, the reason why I joined the Area-02 Discord was to report a bug. While I was trying to figure out why SCP-457, back when the game pass was only SCP-999 and SCP-457 half a year ago, was bugged. I found the community to be extremely helpful and fun to interact with. After staying in the server for a little while, I got accepted onto the staff team, and I have been a member of the community ever since. Is there a fun fact you can give about yourself? Outside of Area-02, I am a nationally competitive fencer. Back before COVID, I was often traveling across the country to tournaments every other week. I sometimes even traveled to international fencing events, such as in Great Britain, Greece, and Russia. Before the pandemic hit, I was rated as one of the top 15 fencers in Great Britain. Additionally, some of my hobbies include cars and computers. I had to say that I have managed to get both an RTX 3080 and a Ryzen 5900X for my PC. Moreover, my favorite music genres are hard rock and heavy metal, and one of my most favored bands is Judas Priest. I gotta say though, I never knew Guard was a really great fencer. That's awesome, by the way. That's so sick. Am I the only one who wants to hear Guard say on guard now? Get it? Guard. On guard. Okay, I'll stop. Modifies, rank assistant manager. This week we decide to ask our high ranks of the staff team some fun questions. Enjoy. Please introduce yourself and explain your role in the community. Hello everyone, my name is Hauntifies, or you may call me Haunty. I am assistant manager here at Area-02. What is your favorite team in 02 and why? I personally love the medical team, as medicine is intriguing more than firefights with CI. Is there a fun fact you can give about yourself? I speak Russian and I'm learning Chinese and Japanese. Why did you join Area-02? I joined out of wanting to contribute to a community and be a part of something. New models. Recently, Area-02 has had a new major update. Within this update, a few NPCs have been added. Each NPC is a player who asks if you would like to buy the game pass that they are selling. Additionally, each location of these models is different. The first NPC is modeled by I Fry Your Toast. This model withholds the Class D Riot Game Pass. To find I Fry Your Toast NPC, look near Sector 2. Next model is modeled by Arabus. They withhold the SCP Game Pass. To locate Arabus's model, look near the security airlock. The third NPC is modeled by Pulsar. This model contains the Internal Security Department Game Pass. Pulsar's NPC is located near the vending machine that is near the viewing place beside the CEDC. Fourth, the NPC near the Sector 3 gates is modeled by Illustrious Greed, who sells the Intelligence Agency Game Pass. The fifth NPC is modeled by Known Monarch and can be found near the donation board in Sector 1 holding the Facility Executive Game Pass. The sixth model is Glyptical's Avatar, who can sell you Game Pass Admin. To locate Glyptical's model, look in the cafe that's in the CDC. Lastly, the seventh and final NPC is modeled by Altifical. This model withholds the new Fireworks Launcher Game Pass and can be located inside the CDC. As an additional Easter egg, a tall Rio statue is lurking at a Class D cell near the tunnel. Be sure to check out each NPC in-game. Photos! Let's see here. It's kind of hard to read all the text, but I do gotta say that I love all these photos. These are really nice, actually. I love that. However, if you want the chance of your photo being here, make sure to post a picture in 02 Media channel. As always, here's the conclusion for the newsletter. Here we have Toad as the CEO, Asmodeus as the COO, Altifical as the CSO, Rare finds you as the manager, Hauntifies assistant manager, and the wonderful media team who brought us this newsletter, which was Guardians, Skyfall, Dalkisional, Penguin Dude 031, Arkzonked, and Corrupt Era. If you have a problem in game, you guys can read that at the bottom there, and they want to thank you for reading and want you to check out their Twitter and other social media and stuff as well. So make sure you guys check that out if you guys are interested. For my final thoughts on this newsletter, I gotta say that this is definitely a really good one. I really enjoyed reading this one as well. It was I have never found myself to ever disliking or not liking a certain thing inside these newsletters. I've only ever liked the newsletters, and I'm glad that they do it because I don't know of any other community who does something this outreaching towards their community, something that they want to do to provide for their community. So I gotta say, it's very admirable, and I'm really glad that Area-02 has a media team dedicated to something like this, and I think it's a really wonderful thing. I'm really glad that they do it. Alright, time to go to the big 2.0.0, the breakout update. Planned from 2020, the Breakout update is the culmination of some of the greatest minds on the development team. Utilizing all available resources, we have brought a new face to Area-02. Taking inspiration from popular SCP games, RP games, and other titles, the Area-02 development team is proud to present the Breakout update. For management, we have Snorbear, Known Monarch, Glyptical. For building, we have Known Monarch. Scripting, we have Snorbear, Mohei Scripts, Rio, Kigaru, 65, Illustrious Screed, Noble Tactician. Modeling, we have Not Unfazed. Animating is Glyptical. Graphics is Zitra and Arabus. And the staff is Toad, Asmodeus, Altifical, Rareplanzu, and Hauntifies. For the additions, we have a new CDC, new CD ranks, new ENT spawn, 4 generators, 1 for each sector to control power, generator room with a server room, ENT spawn slightly changed, including a window to view the generator room, new loading UI, tasks and objectives for all ranked teams, new outside and tunnel system, added mass random killing warning reason to CMDR, which is just the GPA's, like the admin in the game, basically, that thing. And you guys remember, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know I talk about this a lot, and this is the thing I'm the most excited for, is added a radio for personnel to use. Unfortunately, it's not accessible by Xbox players, and if you are an Xbox player and you are wondering why Xbox players are not able to get access to this radio, it's because of the terms of service between Xbox and Roblox. Unfortunately, that is the reason why Xbox will not have access to this radio. Added a custom channels game pass. Essentially, it's going to be a game pass for you to privately chat with your friends in the game on the radio, and from my knowledge, it is for every radio channel that's 10 or above. Change Sector 1 cafeteria entrance. Various Easter eggs were added inside and outside the facility. Lowered RRT XP requirements. Pipes throughout the facility with a small chance of randomly breaking. Hammer tool for ENT and water cannon for MTF. Fixes. Fixed some NPCs that were killable. Changed click detector ranges on SCP-035 and SCP-714 to prevent both SCPs from being picked up through the viewing window. SCP-409 can no longer infect through the viewing window. Become an SCP Game Pass, updated to include SCP-131. Fixed SCP list showing wrong clearance level for SCP-017. SCP-131 can no longer be terminated. Fixed Xbox players being able to see non-Xbox announcements. Fixed old announcements showing up before updating. Bag fixed. Animation issues fixed. Removals. SCP-081 removed, SCP-939 containment chamber removed, SCP-023 containment chamber closed off. And that is it for the entire Breakout update, which we're going to go ahead and jump into game to look at. And unfortunately, considering how long it's already taken me to read both the newsletter and the update, I do not think we're going to be doing a sort of gameplay team video today. And for some quick leaks here, I'm just going to have this open on my computer here. I just have these images open. This has some sort of rocket thing in it by the looks of it. It might be a flamethrower. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. But it is some sort of red launcher. And it looks similar. It feels kind of like it looks much like the other launchers we have. So I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be. It could be another launcher similar to the firework launcher, or it could be a completely new, different weapon that some sort of team might get. So I have no idea. I also forgot to read this out to you guys as well, but this is from Known Monarch on the updates coming out for Area-02, which I will quickly read for you guys. What comes next? I believe it is important that a certain level of transparency is maintained between the development team and the player base of Area-02. I'm here to clarify what will be coming after the Breakout Update 2.0.0. The Breakout Update will be releasing on May 8th, which is 4 days from this video is being released, so I will not be putting a video out on this update until the 11th, when we'll have another Area-02 video from me. So you guys will have a couple days to play the update before I make my own video on the update as well. So I'm just letting you guys know that now. But yeah, the Breakout update will be releasing on May 8th and will bring new features for various teams and a new feel to certain areas of the facility. After the initial release of the Breakout update, the development team will release smaller content updates, 2.0.1, etc. During this time, the Architect update will be developed. The Architect update, as stated above, is an update that will overhaul a large majority of the building on Area-02, making it more optimized and giving it a new breath of life. What happens after the Architect update? Introducing 3.0.0, the Remaster update. The Remaster update will be the largest scripting update Area-02 will ever receive. The Remaster update, which will be led by Mohei, will remaster nearly every scripted component on Area-02. This update will bring better mobile support, more roles for departments, and generally more things to do. It will also wipe away a whole bunch of bugs and make introducing new content to Area-02 a whole lot easier. A release update has not been confirmed for this update. Due to the size of this update, there may be a period where there will be a lack of content updates, though the development team will still focus on making smaller content updates during that time period. On a smaller, unrelated note, the Breakout update will have a 7-day beta period, meaning it will release with minimal bugs, hopefully, which is what we are thankfully able to check out here in a moment. Last but not least, we have the radio system explained. For that blue arrow there, we have the channel selection. These buttons will allow you to change channels. The radio has 9 channels open for teams. Some channels are closed to specific teams and some are open to every team. Presets exist to allow you to select a team channel. Selecting MTF sends you to channel 1. Hide button. This button hides and opens the radio UI. Lock button. This button creates a private channel for you if you own the Game Pass. Toggle button. This button turns your radio transmitter on and off. When it is on, chat to speak into it. For that yellow arrow now, we have the private channels. These channels are created with the private channels Game Pass. By owning this Game Pass, the server creates a channel only for you and your friends. Simply enter the code it provides you on the channel indicated to the left, and it will grant you access to your own channel that no one else except admins can see. Private channels exist on channels 10+. And as you can see right here, this is where messages appear with the eyes emoji. And yes, there is a toggle to turn on and off your radio, which you can obviously click the button, or you can press T on your keyboard or tap the Wi-Fi icon to toggle your radio, select the lock icon to create a private channel, and that is the full radio system explained for you guys. Now, finally, we can hop into the game. These are all pretty much just the things that I read out to you guys. You guys can pause and read these if you guys actually want to read these, but that's pretty much all you really need to see. First things first though, we're going to go ahead and hop into the Class D team. We also can see that we have a new objective here, and as you guys can already see, this is a little different, isn't it? Right? We walk out here, look at this, ready? Da 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 da! Look at that, dude. The CDC is so much more open, so much more beautiful, and oh my goodness gracious, I am so glad that they changed it. My only question is, where will CI come from then? You know? I'm wondering. I'm assuming that this is where things can burst and break open as well, and then that's when ENT is expected to go out of their way and fix it. I wonder if there's still a Rio cell too, though. I mean, isn't there supposed to be like one locked cell if Rio was in it? I guess they might have removed that, who knows. And as you guys can see here, in this version of the game, we have the Architect update release timer instead of the breakout one. If you guys go to the main game, like the one that's actually out right now, like the, you know, the Area-02 game, you'll see the timer for the breakout update. But once the breakout update comes out, we will have a new timer for the Architect update instead. I gave myself an Omni card so that way we can quickly run through this facility as well. As you guys can see, there's more pipes here, more pipes there. We can also go over here and we can go into security access there or through here, and you can go to the cells that way or into the beautiful lounge, which has been reworked a little bit to look that much better. I mean, look at this. And then you can also go open this and basically view everything from up here as well. Now onto sector 1, where we can see some other updates as well. And if we look over here, they removed the entire wall of doors or whatever was here before. I can't remember it exactly. And now it actually feels like it's a cafeteria. It's a bit interesting. And I know that you guys saw this, so we're going to go over here and check this out as well. This is the energy room. I don't know what to call it. I think it's the energy room. So here we have the energy room. These control the powers to sector 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then over here we have the server room. The server room has a door that you can close and open as well, but I think this one's actually toggleable, so it's not like automatically opening and closing. And I'm really interested to see what happens in the server room, because this is actually really cool. It was really cool. And as you guys can see in there, this is where ENT spawned. They just got a new window as well. If you guys find any Easter eggs, let me know about them, or tweet me if you find any, because I am curious to see and hear about them. We're also going to be checking out Chaos Insurgency because of the new updates to Chaos Insurgency as well. Right off the bat, oh my lord, you can see a huge significant difference in all of this. Jeez. Okay, you know what? If they don't let out some of the combatives from the facility to fight out here, then I'm gonna be sad, because this is such a big area that I think would be so cool to fight in. I mean, look at this. Also, I think that they added the private server commands because I'm able to do things like team me to another team and stuff like that, which means if you guys like my live streams, we're gonna have a lot of fun in my live streams. But if you're a dev and that's not added into the private servers yet, let me know, because I definitely could have gotten that incorrect. Oh, I mean, I just tried doing a command. I did speed me 100, but I don't have permission to run the command, so I guess maybe I'm not allowed to do certain things quite yet. I don't know. There's a beautiful waterfall over here too. This would make for some really nice screenshots. I think this is actually the other ways to come out of the spawn for CI. This is a huge area for you to walk out of. I mean, it makes it a lot more punishing for a CI to die. I mean, guaranteed they have some really solid weaponry and they can heal themselves mid-battle. And I know that some combative teams on the facility teams are able to do that as well, but I gotta say, this is definitely a huge area, and I'm really excited to see all sorts of combat that could be happening out here. You know, I'm gonna be honest, if there's one thing I haven't seen yet in these SCP games, is I haven't seen a really solid PvP area that's outside, you know what I mean? So that would be pretty interesting. And I decided that I wanted to go into the mining tunnel because this looks the most unique and different compared to everything else so far. And I'm going to be trying to show as much of these new areas as possible to you guys, so for the sake of the video and for the sake of this update as a whole. However, keep in mind that there may be some jump cuts all over the place in this video because I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible. And normally when there's newsletters and updates coming out for Area-02, these videos can turn out to be 30 minutes long. All right, here we have the C4s. Let's figure out where this leads to. All right, it blew up. What cell do they come from? All right, cell 2. Cell 2 it is. Okay. Ah, but I almost missed this vent over here, which is also in the mining tunnel. Is this where it drops you in between that sector 1 thing? I think that's where this leads you, right? I think it does. We drop right here into that sector 1 area. Yeah, right in between sector 1 and 2. That's where it drops you. I think the most interesting thing about this is the fact that I don't know where the entrance is anymore. Like where O5s enter and exit. And I think I just found that out as I was talking about it. It's probably this area. And after I figure out this, I'm definitely going to go up there and figure out what's up there as well. And then I think that's going to be it for the whole video. Man, the Area-02 developers are outdoing themselves for this stuff. Jeez. What I'm really excited for is I'm really excited for that architect update. The builders are going to have so much fun, more than likely, just editing and changing up some stuff for the betterment of the facility's looks and feel and optimize it. I don't know, I'm just excited. Okay, there's so much to this already though. I mean, look at this. I love the way that these new tunnels look, and if there's more than like 2 to 3 ways to get in to the facility, I'm gonna cry. Oh, this is the entrance right here. There we go. All right, finally we'll be going to the very last area, which was up the hill. So now we know that if the first tunnel right here, that leads you straight to the entrance, and the other tunnel will lead you straight to the cell 2, and you can blow a hole into the facility there, or you can go through the ventilation and end up between sector 1 and 2. And if you guys want my opinion, the most sneaky way of entering the facility has to be through that ventilation. That is definitely the most secret and quiet way to get in there. This is the top of the hill though, and I have no idea what's going on up here yet. But I am interested. Also, we can sabotage generators. I might have to check that out real quick right before the entire video ends as well, because I am curious. It looks like there is a plaque of some sorts or something that we can do here, but I don't know. It looks kind of more like an Easter egg. I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to be like disrespectful if this is meant for like something significant or, you know, special in some sort of way. I'm also trying to read and see if there's like anything there, but there isn't anything that I can see. But it looks like this is some sort of tome, and I think that might be for, I don't even know. I'm not gonna make any assumptions for it as well, because I want to show respect for it in case that is meant for some sort of death. Okay, but yeah, there's that up here. All right, here we are in sector 1. Time to go figure out what we can do with the generators. If I can do anything with the generators, I'm going to try and take out sector 1 just to see what it looks like. Apparently there is something that I can click right here, but it doesn't appear to be working. Maybe that is still being worked on as well, as I am playing in the beta game as well. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you're looking to play this update, is that might actually work in the future. I also forgot to show you guys this radio real fast as well. I'm going to quickly show you guys this. This is what the radio looks like. I can left click and hold to drag it around, and if I want to leave it right there, I can close it, and when I reopen it, it'll go back over there. I can drag it over here, I can close it, and when I reopen it, it'll come back over here. Whenever I press T, I can say something in the game, and we'll go onto the radio. I turn it off, and I talk, and then that one doesn't show up instead. There are some different channels, and there's some different presets, and obviously we can't do this one yet because the Game Pass is not completely out yet. That's gonna be it for this video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed as much as I enjoy making these videos for you guys. If you guys want to see more content like this one, you guys can leave a like or a comment down below. If you want to see more content from me in general, you guys can subscribe, and if you guys want to get notified for when I do anything on this channel, you guys can hit the notification bell. Don't forget to join my Roblox group and my community Discord server in the description below, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!